Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So yesterday, we had seen how to create data sets, right? So this is the query, and this query, or this could be a data set, which is going to be getting you a data from the customer table. So always you need to make sure that so you are part of this database. Which database we're talking about? AdventureWorks DW database. Hope you have this database with you. If you don't have, so please let me know, send me email so that I will be able to send this, or people can share this database link in the Telegram group. Okay. So we were able to get it. Now, yesterday, you know how to copy this and how to create this data set. So how to use this query as it is. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to create views. Okay. So you know how to use the tables, how to use the queries. But today I'll be talking about how to create a view, how to create a store procedures and UDFs as well, and how to use them. Now, let me create a view. Now, don't ask me what is a view. That you have to learn as part of your T-SQL, right? So this is my computer name Kada. Now I'm going to be creating a view here. So what I'm trying to create a view. So view is nothing but a query only. The syntax is create a view. Let us say VW view. Let us say customers. Okay, as then write this query. When you write the query, it is going to be creating a view. Okay, so I have created a view, and the next one again. So creating a view is only these two lines. If you add, it will become a view. Why view? Why stored procedures that you have to learn in your T-SQL programming. It is very, very important. You have to learn all these things in your T-SQL. I'm going to be creating a view called products. Like that, we can create sales. So here also, I should be able to create a view. It is VW. VW means the view. So the sales table I'm going to be creating, but the actual table name is called fact internet sales, right? So when you execute, you will be able to get the data, but I wanted to create the view. So how do you write the view? Create a view name, then try to create this. Like that, you are going to be creating all the views. So I don't want to create for them. Now, when you go here, you will be able to refresh it. Now you will be able to get the views. Below tables, there is a view. When you expand it, you will be able to get the views. Okay, so you can get the data from the queries, or you can also get the data from the view. Customers, products, sales table that we have created. Now let me go to view. So let me go to Power BI. Let me go to Power BI. And I wanted to use the view. First of all, where should I go? I have to go to transform data and a new source. I wanted to use SQL server. Server name is called Kedar machine, or you can also put a dot and database name. So database name is this. Control C, copy this and paste. Control V. I'm going to be using import, right? And when you click on advanced options, so SQL statement you need to write. One is that how to call the view. You should be able to create a view like this. But if you want it to call the view, you need to say select star from the view name. So view name is this. So Control C, Control V, you will be able to write like this. When you execute, so when you execute this view, this query will get executed. So what is a view? Don't ask me, but a view can hide the complete logic. If tomorrow, when you execute this, nobody knows, what is the query behind the scenes. So it is going to be hiding the code. That is one advantage of a view. Okay, you need not write all these lines. So you need to create ones, and it will be part of your AdventureWorks database. Tomorrow, this is how you're going to be calling the view, right? Select star from the view name. So you should be able to take like this. You can write a query and you can simply go. Okay, you will be able to give. This is one way. This is one way you should be able to call the view like this. It's going to be giving you a customer's table. So it is giving you query one. It is not the query one. Simply you write customers. Okay, you can say customers table. So how did you get the data? When you click on this, you will come to know you are getting from the view, right? So nobody knows that whether it is a table name or the view name, nobody knows. But when you see VW, it is a view. Clear? So this is how you should be able to get the data using a view. Like that. Again, let me go click on SQL Server and Kedar machine and the database name. I wanted to get this Control C and Control V. Now I don't want to use advanced options. There is one more way you will be able to get the views. I'm not going to be using. So click on OK. So Adventure Box, click on OK. Now you are going to be now pointing to all the tables. These are the tables you have, right? So, and you have the views also. Have you seen the views? So already we have taken this, right? So views and the tables, and below you will be able to find out your functions as well. Okay. So how to create a function and how to use them means that you have to learn in SQL Server. But once you create a function, the function is visible here. Simply, you can select the table here, or you can also select the view here, or you can also select the function here. So what is a function? What is a view? What is a stored procedure means you need to, learn in T-SQL. So now I told you how to create a view and how to use the view, using a query method. And directly also you will be able to get the views. 2 views I'm going to be loading. Okay. Two views I'm going to be loading. Now you should be able to get the data. Now this table names and all, we should change it, right? It is not a BW and everything, simply a products table, simply a sales table. The data is being loaded. You have to wait. The data is being loaded. You have to wait. So I'm able to get the data from the products table. Simply you remove this, it will become a products. Now go and remove this. And after that, you have to press enter. You will be able to get the customers table, products table, sales table. How did you get this? When you click on the products table, when you click on the source button, you will come to know you're able to get from here. When you go to navigation, you will be able to know from here, you will be able to get the table. Tomorrow, if you need something else, you should be able to get from here, right? So you're able to get the products table, sales table, all the data from the views. Now, apart from the views, so you know how to use tables, how to use queries, how to use views. Now I'm going to be telling you how to use stored procedures. Now don't ask me what is a stored procedure and why stored procedure, why view means we have to compulsorily learn SQL Server. Now I wanted to create a stored procedure. So here I'm going to be creating a stored procedure. How to create? Create proc and a proc name, user stored procedure, and that's I'll say this is a location table as that's it. So create a proc, and with the query I should be able to create like this. Now I have created a stored procedure. What is a stored procedure and how to create all these things you will be able to learn later. Now create a proc USP date table, right? So this query is going to be there, USP date. I'm going to be creating these two. Now, is there anything else you don't have? So after that, go to table and click on this. Now, views you will be able to find out, right? Views you will be able to find out here. But where are the stored procs? Stored procs will be, the views are available here, customers, products, sales. The stored procs are available on programmability. Click on stored procedure. You will be able to see procedures. One is called this one. So how to call this? How to execute this? Calling a stored procedure can be done with the help of exec or execute. And you have to give the procedure name. So this is how you need to call. You can say exec or execute, right? So you will be able to call this. Now you will be able to get the data. Whenever you execute this, what happens? This query will be executing. So this is how you should be able to call the stored procedure, right? Now, when you execute this date key, full date, year number, semester number, quarter number, month number, everything is there. Now, it's simply when you execute this, this query will get executed. You will be able to find out your stored proc name, right? Now, how to, this is also stored proc, right? How to call this? Now, you need to say, call the stored procedure. So, exec or execute. Now, uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter. You can give anything, it is going to work. That may execute. But make sure you are there in the proper database, right? So you need to always execute this first so that you are in the proper database. Now you should be able to call the views. How to call the view, and how to create a view, and how to use the views in Power BI, Now how to create a queries, how to use the queries, Now how to create a stored procedure. ESP means user stored procedure, right? And how to call so all these things, right? Yeah. Now Sudeshna is asking, what is the difference between stored procedure and view? Question is good, but you have to learn this concept. Did you learn, Sudeshna? Question is good, but you need to refer SQL videos. Did you learn T-SQL? Sudeshna. Yeah, then you will not be able to understand anything, right? So that is what I'm telling you. You need to learn that first. Yeah. Then only you will write this, you will ask this question there. So what is the difference between view and the stored procedure, right? And the function also. So this is where you have views, this is where you have stored procedures, and this is where you have UDFs or the functions. Clear? So tables always will store the data. Views and stored procedures where you write the programming, you write the queries only, and even in the functions. But you have to know what is the difference between or among views, stored procedures as function, when to use what. You have to learn in your SQL only, T-SQL only. Clear? So now I'm going to be going to the Power BI. Now I have to call the stored procedure. Click on the SQL server. Now go to server name is called gather. Now database name, this is your database name, right? So it is not compulsory, but when you give, it will be good. So when you go to advanced options, you have to keep your stored proc. Where is the stored proc now? Stored proc is, so this is how you should be able to call the stored proc. Now, this is how you have to copy and use your stored proc. Control V. Now click on OK. Now how to get the data using a table, how to get the data using a view, how to get the data using a stored procedure also, Now this data is a, which table data? It is a location. You're able to get the data from the location. So this is a locations, or data. So you can rename, get new SQL source. You will be able to give machine name is called gather. Uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter. So you can give uppercase or lowercase. The database name, now we have to know this database name. So Control C and Control V. So only one way, this is the way you can copy and paste your stored proc. Where is the stored proc? One more stored proc I have created. So for this one, so this is the stored proc. I'm going to be executing. This is working fine. And you have to go and copy and paste this. Now click on OK. Right. So how do you get the data from the SQL server? One is that you can use the same table as it is, right? Or you can create a view, or you can create a stored procedure. This is what is called a data table, right? So all the data you have created, now close and apply. You have to close and apply. Now we are going to create a data set. We are going to create a data set. Now, once you create a data set, this data set will be part of your PBI service. You need to deploy this to PBI service. You don't create any what is called as reports or the dashboards. Now simply you create the data set. So created the data set using SQL Server, and I've used import methodology, or you can also use direct query. So import and direct query I have explained, very important interview question, right? Import means all the data will be saved in the RAM of your computer. But so after you creating the data, getting the data, make sure you have the proper primary keys and foreign keys are available or not. So customer table to sales table. Then when you come sales table to products table, then the date and time table does not have any link. So I need to create a link between sales order date key to date key, and ship date key to date key. Why all these things? You will be able to learn later. So order date key, what is this dotted line? What is this data modeling? All of them you will be able to learn later, but compulsorily you need to create the primary key foreign key relationship, and you have due date key to the date key. So I'm able to create 3 primary keys and foreign keys. Now all these things will be mentioned, right? So how the location table is going to be linked? So location table and this table is going to be linked with the help of a geography key to sales territory key. So if you don't know which one to link, you have to cross check with your team lead, or you need to cross check with your customers or your seniors, because technical people cannot understand which one to which one you need to join. So you have to study more and more business. It is not a SQL concept, right? Which column to which column I need to link? How do you know? These column names are different. And how do you know? Because if you understand the business, if you want to understand the business, you have to ask the customers only, right? So then they will be able to tell you, this is not the right way. You need to use one more column, blah, blah, blah. Or you should not link those tables. You have to link this table and this table, this table and this table, something like that. They will be able to tell you. So once you create a tables, you have to do the data modeling. After that, you have to come here. You have to create the DAX queries. If you need any new calculations. So once data modeling is done, the step number 2, you have to go and create a DAX queries, right? So DAX, where you are going to be creating a new information. Okay, I have some existing columns, but using this, I need to create a new information. Means we have to click on this and create a DAX. So after creating a DAX queries and everything, so you don't create any reports, simply you have to deploy the data set. So before that, you have to save this. Now this is Adventure Works, right? Adventure Works sales data set. Okay, sales data set created on today. What is the date? It is 7th, right? So 7th, and I'm using SQL. Okay, Adventure Works sales SQL data set February 7th I have created. Let me store this in downloads and click on save, right? So now I have to go to user 55 or 56. So I'm going to be using 55, right? Now let me go to app.powerbi.com. Okay, I have to go to app.powerbi.com. So you will be able to deploy this data set, right? Now click on this. So I will be able to give, so PBI user 55 at the rate go online trainings.com. So PBI user 55, this guy is going to be creating a data set. Now he has to log in into his portal. The password is India@12. Now, this is the guy who's responsible for creating the data set. Now, after that, you supposed to share the data set with other developers. They will be able to create. So click on create a workspace. Now upgrade to Power BI. Not know how many days you have left. So almost I think it is got over. So free account, view account. Let us see how many days more left. It is opening a new one. It is a free account only, but let me take workspaces, create a workspace. Now Power BI upgrade to Pro licenses. Your requires the department assign people for purpose of contact with. So not now. Let me create a workspace. Now it is got already over. So we cannot use this because it is asking for me to make the payment. So I will be able to use 56 user. Okay, let me close this. Right. So now let me go to app.powerbi.com. So now you know how to use this, right? PBI user 56 at the rate go online trainings.com. So you may be getting the issue because these user IDs are already gone. So password India@12. Guys, can you hear me? Hello. Okay, no problem, right? So now 4 days left and at least we can use it. So create a workspace. Now create a workspace. So adventure works data set for SQL by Jogi. So I'm going to be writing February 7th and 2023. So make sure, I think someone's video is on. Just check who's that. Stop video. So I'm going to be creating this workspace now with the help of which user ID? It is 56. Now I will be able to sign out here. Now sign in PBI user 56 at the rate go online trainings. Okay. So .com. So you need to use the another mail ID 5859 Sudeshna, right? So you need to use that. So password is India@12. Now you're able to go to this, click on publish. Now save, that is fine. Now I will able to go to Jogi. So I have SQL. This is the one I'm going to be using. Double click on this. This data set is going to be deploying there. You don't have any reports. Now, whenever you deploy any PBIX file, it is going to be splitting into two. One is called a data set. The second one is called report, right? So it is going to be splitting. So you have to delete the reports because you don't have any reports. Now give the permissions. Go back to your Chrome. Now you got it. You don't have any reports here. You should be able to delete. It is a blank one, right? Go back. Now click on ... Now you can simply delete this, right? Now you have this data set. When you go to content, you don't have any reports. But if you go to datasets or if you go to all, you will be able to get content means a dashboard or a report. So you can simply go and you need to give the permission. How to give the permission? Click on the access. Now who can access this? So which are the email IDs now we can use, because other email IDs are already gone, right? So I think we can use some more email IDs now. So 54, 55 is gone. December batch for 56, 56 also you can just leave it. And you can use 58 and 59. You can give the permission to these ones. You can use this, okay? So next month, I'm going to be using, so for the February people, 60 and 61, something like that I'm going to be using. So you can use this one and this one now, right? So let me give the permission to 58. Okay, so 58 user and one more user, 59 also, Control C and Control V. These people can be a member. So what is the admin? What is a member? What is a contributor? We will be able to learn later. As of now, you give member and click on add. So 58 user, 59 user will be able to get and they will be able to access. So click on the close button. Now you can also sign out of this, right? Now you need to sign out. Now what you do, you should also close this. You should also close this. Now you can open Power BI, fresh copy. Now 58, 59 user. You're supposed to be 58 and 59 user. You're supposed to be using now. Now sign in. So 56 user, we don't need it. So go and sign out first. So what is the user ID we are going to be using? So 59 or 58. Click on this. Now, so 59 user I'm going to be using. Now India @12. Sign in. You can use this user ID and passwords, right? So now you're able to connect it to 59 user. Now I wanted to get the data set from the Power BI service. For that, you can go to get a data, right? Get a data, you can use this because you need not go to transform data and use this. You can also go and go to more queries and you should be able to get the things, but data set is created. Why you want to again go and get the data from here, right? So you will be able to Power Platform Azure, you will be able to go and you can use this also. But instead of using this, simply you just close this. You will be able to go to get data. So you will be able to get a Power BI data sets. Have you seen this? Now click on this. You are now pointing to. You are now pointing to your data set. This is the data set. Click on this. Now you are connecting. So even though we have used import, all the data is gone. All the data is gone. So one user created the data set. He has exported to PBI service, right? So this is your data set. So all this data set, all the data is available in the RAM of this computer. Now, when you use one more Power BI, get this data, you don't get any data, no data. No data you will be able to keep in your this one. You are connected to live. Connected to live means your computer is connecting to RAM of this and you will be able to get the data. So you cannot modify anything. Have you seen this? So if you use a direct query, this will be disappearing. If you use live connection also, you don't have the data, this will be disappearing, right? Direct query also, you don't store any data locally. You have a RAM, but in your RAM, no data is going to come when you go in for a direct query or when you get the data from the live. So you are now pointing to the data which is available in the PBI service. So which is a cloud-based. Cloud-based means which is the rental one, or it is there somewhere in the US or UK. So you will not be able to get this data, store this data, only creating a connection. And whenever you create any reports, all the reports are going to be getting the data from where? So when I create something here, I go to sales table, I drag and drop this. Now from where I'm able to get this data? So my computer does not have the data in my RAM, remember. So I am now pointing to Power BI service. What is a Power BI service? Which is a rental hardware and software given by Azure platform. And it is a physical server somewhere in US or UK. You are pointing to that computer. That computer RAM is going to be storing the data. From there, you got the data. You're able to create this. Now you can create a lot of reports and the remaining story, you know. So how to create the reports and how to create all these dashboards and everything. So page number 1, page number 2, blah, blah, blah. We can create a reports now. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, we'll discuss about how to create a dashboard, right? So tomorrow, we don't have any class. I'm traveling tomorrow to Hyderabad, guys. So no class tomorrow, no batches in the morning. All morning batches have been canceled for tomorrow. So no classes tomorrow. Remember that. Like that, you will be able to create a lot of reports. And as a user 59, you should be able to save this and save this. Then you can say sales reports. Okay. Sales reports by, let us say, developer 1. So you can create one report and this report you can publish. So go here, you should be able to publish. So you got this one, right? So click on and deploy your report. Okay, guys. The report got now. Now you go, you have to open app.powerbi.login. You will be able to go to your user ID. What is the user ID we were using? 59, right? So 58, 59, whatever you're going to be using. So with this user ID, you will be able to go and get your reports also. India @12. All of them are small letters. Okay. Go to your workspace. Now, what is the workspace name? It is SQL. Click on this. Now you will be able to see one data set prepared by this. Now, this is the data set and this is the developer 1 report, right? So like that, developer 2. Who's the developer 2? We have permissions given to 2 people. Right? When you click on this, one guy, 56 is the admin, 55 and 59, these people can access and they can create a lot of reports and it will be part of this, right? So you have to create all these reports. Let me share the reports. So you have to create these reports. Now, you know how to use tables of views. So I did not explain how to create a user-defined functions, but when you know how to create a user-defined functions, however, you're able to access the views or the tables the same way, you will be able to also get the UDFs and you can call them, right? So after that, data set means Power Query plus Power Pivot. Data set needs more time to create. To create a data set, you must know study existing OLTP sources, study existing reports and dashboards, KPIs, future report requirements, dashboard requirements, create a data set and deploy, assign permissions to data sets for other developers, must be strong in data modeling and DAX queries and everything, right? So these are the assignments now that you need to do it year-wise, semester-wise, quarter-wise, category-wise, subcategory-wise, country-wise, sales and tax. And if you know Power View topic, you will be able to prepare them. If you don't know Power View, you will be able to do these assignments later. Now, I have a city also, right? City-wise, sales, year-wise, card, visualization-wise. So all these things you will be able to do it. So assignment number 2 is this. So make sure, so you will be able to do this and submit for review, guys. Okay. So assignment number 1, assignment number 2 is there. So these are the 2 assignments. You take a screenshot. If you know Power View, you will be able to do it now. If you don't know Power View, you postpone it and you can do it later. Okay. Compulsorily, everybody has to do these assignments. Assignment number 1, assignment number 2. based on the data set we deployed just now. Okay. So thank you guys. Any questions? So tomorrow, no class. Day after tomorrow, we'll meet. Any questions? You can ask me now.